Hey! Shh! Excuse me, we're just shooting.
Fenris, we're trying to film here.
Wait a minute.
Shush.
Right.
Morning! I thought what I'd do this week is I would take you through a week in my life of training. Now some of you may know that I race fixed gear crits, road crits, also mountain bike races. So a lot of the stuff I do is quite short. The crits are normally sub 1 hour. Some of the cross country races are an hour and a half. Cyclocross is obviously less than an hour. So the training that I do really reflects that. Having said that, it's winter, so what I'm doing now is, it definitely involves more kind of endurance-based stuff and not just full-on sprint intervals, that sort of thing. So over the last couple of years, I've actually done all my own training, and I would sit down on a Sunday evening and write my own training plan, figuring out what sessions I wanted to do over the week on the bike and at the gym. But a couple of months ago, I started working with Epic Coaching, so now I just log on to Training Peaks and have a look and see what they've set me. So it's taken a bit of adjusting to, because at first I was kind of constantly questioning them, saying why am I doing this session, and that's really different to what I was doing before. But the nice thing about working with a coach is you can do that. You can ask them why you're doing stuff. So the way it's working at the moment is they will set me a month of training, which includes a lot of the same sessions, but they progress throughout the month, so progress in intensity or duration. And then the next month I'll move on to a whole nother set of different drills. You know, I'll keep a few of the same basic building blocks such as endurance rides, but I'll be working on different specific drills. So this week looks like I've got quite a variety of sessions. I've got some double days where I'll be in the gym and doing some strength and conditioning after cycling in the morning. But I really like that. I love training. I totally thrive on it. I'm excited to get cracking. I'm going to bring you guys along for the whole week. If you've got any questions about my training, don't forget you can leave them in the comments below. Say hello, Sid.
Bring him in.
So it's Monday, time for the first training ride of the week. It was my birthday at the weekend, so I'm not feeling very sprightly this Monday morning, but I'm sure I'll be alright once I get going. I've been listening to podcasts through one ear whilst I do a lot of my training these days, because I ride so much that sometimes it can get a bit boring. So I've downloaded a new cycling podcast that I'm going to listen to, and I'm going to head off and do today's ride, which is 2 hours, zone 2, with hill attacks. So I have to find a hill of a certain gradient. It's got to be steep, and then I have to ride towards that hill in zone 3 for 3 minutes. I hit the hill at zone 4, and then I have to sprint for the last 20 seconds. So you do that several times, quite a few times, and then finish the rest of the ride in zone 2, cool down, and then I'm done. So I'm going to head off out into the rain. It's looking pretty miserable today. See how I get on. First effort done. I really felt not on form at all. I feel my lungs do not feel good. I've got 5 more of those to do. Then I'm done. At least it's not raining though, and it's so pretty where I train. I'll show you guys, look. Oh, it's so nice. Done. Heading home. It's Tuesday. I'm about to go and do my training. Hopefully the weather will be kind and the rain will hold off. So what I'm doing today is something called cadence crisscrossing. So basically it's like over-unders, so just above and just below your FTP. But the way you change the power that you're putting out is by pedalling faster, by changing your cadence. So I'll start at, say, 95% of my FTP at about 90 RPM, and then I have to smoothly go up to 105% of my FTP, and I might end up pedaling at about 115 RPM. So you're going up and down for blocks of, I think it's 12 minutes, and I'm going to do several of those, and I'm going to do the rest of the ride at zone 2. Here comes the rain, and I've not even done my first interval. Oh, bloody weather. I checked the forecast, it said no rain, so I didn't bring a rain jacket, and it's torrential, so I'm just taking shelter so I don't have to spend the whole of the rest of my ride totally soaked. I've got a few more efforts to do. I quite like these efforts. I don't find them that hard, and it keeps the interest because you're constantly changing your power and cadence. So that's nice for a ride, because if you're just doing really long blocks of the same thing, it can get boring. Hello. Oh, hi. How lovely. Ooh. Just got back from my ride, which was fun, despite having to hide from the rain. I've got loads of work to do, so I'm going to crack on with this afternoon. And then tonight, I'm going to do my strength and conditioning. So that's stuff like weighted planks, so Dave puts weights on my back, and then some kind of Pilates-based stuff that works like the small muscles in your butt, and then glute bridges and stuff like that. So if you want to know more about the strength and conditioning stuff and the bodyweight exercises that I do, just let me know, and I'm going to do another video about that. So today is Wednesday. I'm just heading off on a kind of endurance ride. So I'm doing 2 blocks of 30 minutes at zone 3 within that ride. So it's a pretty chilled one. Just going to enjoy myself out on the bike. It keeps raining on and off, so hopefully I'll stay dry. It seems to be the theme of the week. Rain, rain and more rain. I'm just changing the batteries in my power tap pedals so I know what zone I'm in. The difficult thing about training around here is it's so hilly, and you're meant to stay in a certain zone, but try staying in zone 2 on a massive hill. Made it to the seaside. This is pretty Brixham. I'm going to head back. I've got another block of 30 minutes at zone 3 to do, and I'm going to be keeping my cadence at about 90, which actually I find hard because I've naturally got a very low cadence. So I'm going to mission back home, get some work done, then I'm off to the gym tonight. I've got a double training session today. Pretty tired actually, but it's time to hit the gym. I do like going to the gym. So I'm going to be focusing on strength today. I'm going to be doing weights, so squats, deadlifts, straight-legged deadlifts. I'm going to be doing planks and some more dynamic movements as well. So it's quite a well-rounded workout that I really enjoy. So Thursday today, it's meant to be a rest day. I've done 3 days of back-to-back training with some double days of cycling and gym. So my plan has been all week that on my rest day I was going to go mountain biking, because that's not training. And I was going to go to the local park and do jumps, that kind of thing, you know, not sort of mileage. But as it happens, I'm just totally beat. I'm really, really tired. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to actually take this as a rest day and not go riding at all. I'm going to save my mountain biking for later in the week. Hopefully I'll be able to squeeze it in on Saturday afternoon because I really want to go. It's Friday and I'm about to do my training. I've had a really rubbish day and I'm really not feeling in the mood, but hopefully when I start I'll be all right. Training indoors today because I had such a busy day that I didn't manage to get outside and now it's dark. So today's session is going to be really tough. It includes intervals where you've got to stay at zone 4 power, but then you've got to sprint for 20 seconds every minute. After the sprint, you've got to come back to zone 4 power. So it's really tough because obviously you've got to sprint really fast, but then try and stay putting out a high power. A lot of the other sprint intervals I do, you might say sprint for 30 seconds and then you have a recovery period before sprinting again. With this, there's no recovery. It's straight down to zone 4. So I'm going to do 2 sets of those. Then I've got a set of 6 minutes of 30 seconds max, 30 seconds zone 3. And you keep repeating that until you've done 6 minutes, which is basically like impossible. And that's all at a really, really high cadence of 115. Wish me luck. Straight back to zone 4. makeup. So that's the first set done. I've got another set of those and then the 30 on, 30 off. I'm not going to film all of it because I keep having to get off my bike. So it's Saturday today. I've just had a look at what Epic Coaching have put in my Training Peaks account, and today I'm going to do a couple of hours zone 2 with 2 blocks of 30 minutes at zone 3. So I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to go mountain biking, but I'm going to try and do those 2 blocks at zone 3 whilst I'm hitting the trails. So I've got a heart rate monitor on, and I'm not going to be paying too much attention to my Garmin or anything like that. I'm going to be focused on riding, but I'm going to try and give it some beans for 2 30-minute blocks. And then apart from that, I'm just going to ride all the off-piste stuff. And so, yeah, basically kid myself that I'm doing my training. So sloppy.
How's it going on this beautiful day?
It's a perfect day for mountain biking. It's alright when it's raining. Glad I'm not on my road bike, to be honest. So it's Sunday and I'm meant to be going on the club run today, which I've been looking forward to all week. It's you know, a fast-paced ride. It's a lot of miles and it's just quality training, but more than that, it's good fun and it's sociable and you push yourself hard to keep up with everyone. However, it is just the worst torrential rain. It's been such bad weather this week, and it's just like, I mean, I'd be drenched within 5 minutes of being outside. So I'm going to hit the turbo for a couple of hours. I've downloaded some programs from BBC iPlayer. I'm going to watch those and I'm going to do some efforts. I'm going to do, what am I doing? I'm doing some tempo and sweet spot efforts within my 2-hour ride. So hopefully the efforts will keep me interested, and that, you know, along with the iPlayer stuff I'm watching, it won't be too boring. But 2 hours for me on a turbo is pretty challenging. I prefer to do shorter periods. So yeah.
One family, 40 different faces.
Starting my warm up with a fleece on. It's so cold in here. So we never have the heating on and we've got the window wide open. I'm sure I'll be boiling soon. So now I'm going to do 12 minutes at tempo, 6 minutes at sweet spot, then back to zone 2 for 10 minutes. I'm going to do 4 sets of that, ride for about a couple of hours. Done! Week's training done! Halfway through, got a snack. The main problem I actually have turbo training is the heat. It's so hot in here. I've got a fan, but it's rubbish. I've got the window open, but I haven't got the door open because I don't want the cats to trap their tails in the turbo trainer or something. So there's no through breeze. I just feel like I suffer really badly from the heat. What a baby, huh? But yeah, I'm not good with it. So that's a week in training done. I hope you found that interesting. Obviously all my weeks are different and months are different. We're working on different things in different blocks. So obviously the closer I get to crit racing, time, the more I'll change up the things that I'm doing. So I might be doing more intensity, I might be doing greater time at greater intensity, and I'm going to be cutting back on the endurance side of things because that's the sort of stuff that I do in winter. If you've got any specific questions about this or you want to see any of the turbo training workouts that I do, then leave your questions in the comments. And other than that, thanks for watching, give me a thumbs up and goodbye.